My viewers really liked your project and they asked me a lot of questions. I'm thought it will be great if the developer themselves answered their questions. Thank you for agreeing. And so before you start, please introduce yourself.
How you doing, Marco? My name is Matt. I'm the founder of GenFiCrypto.com, the CEG, as I call it, so the Chief Executive G. We started the project just to sort of spread the love in crypto, spread it to the community. We wanted to bring something that was stable and structured for our community. And there's 4 of us involved currently. We're not looking for anybody else in the team at the minute because we've got things quite under wraps. So we just want to build something for our community that's going to be truly special.
I have selected the most interesting questions, and if you don't mind, we will start.
Absolutely.
Let's talk a little about your project. And the first question: how did the idea of GenFi start?
Right. So the reason we started generational finance was to implement change. We wanted to empower the holders financially and make them believe what we believe in. Because collectively, as a unit, as a community unit, we can do some serious damage together. If you look at the number of people that start projects, that become big projects, they're anomalies, they're tiny. So what we need is we need the little projects to grow and become the big guys and reinvest back into the ecosystem. And then the ecosystem will flourish and be rewarded. So if you look at the crypto market in its entirety at the minute, you'll see there are some parts that are broken and some parts that work really well. So what we need to be looking at is how to fix the crypto market and fix the issues we have in the crypto space right now. And this can start with simple things like what we want to install in our community, which is trust, transparency, and togetherness. There's something so powerful in the world that we live in today with technology and crypto. It empowers the average person to do amazing things, to achieve the impossible. So suddenly what we have is this ability as individuals to come together in ways we've never done before. So I guess I'm trying to say right now in this point in history, you can make the change. We can make the change. You don't have to wait for other people to make changes anymore. We can do it because we've got the technology and everything around us at our disposal. That's the thing. When the idea starts to sink in, you start believing that it's possible, man. And that's where it becomes incredible, absolutely incredible, when you realize that you are able to accomplish that. And that's why we started GenFi. We want to accomplish the incredible.
How did the pre-sale go?
So the pre-sale went pretty well. It was originally structured to run for a period of 30 days. But on day 2,
So
the
tell me
community sort of
please
pushed
about
us in a way.
tokenomics and
We
rewards
did a
of your
vote to
project.
see what they wanted to do. They wanted to launch. So we're sort of 20 days sort of behind schedule in a way because we were only planning to launch at the end of the month. So we basically canceled the first pre-sale on Pink Sale, and we did a new one. We set it for a 24-hour limit, and the pre-sale sort of hit the hard cap 140 BNB in 5 hours. So it went pretty well. It was a pretty turbulent time because you're sort of unsure if you've got something that people are going to believe in. People took a chance on us, and they could see through the legitimacy of our project. And we communicated continuously throughout the pre-sale with our community to keep them involved. And there were a few investors that unfortunately missed out from the first pre-sale that had invested, and because of time differences and the new pre-sale sort of selling out within 5 hours, we honored those pre-sale investors and we gave them the pre-sale rate of tokens. So they got 30,000 GENFi for one BNB. So yeah, we kept it legit and honest, and we honored our community for sticking with us.
So let's talk about the numbers, percents. Tell me please about your tokenomics and rewards of your project, please.
Yeah. So basically, there's a total of 100 million GENFi in circulation. So we thought that was the correct number to spread the love. So the way we see it is, if everybody has a minimum stake in GENFi of the 15,000, which entitles you to your rewards, that gives the potential for 6,666 holders in a way, or sections of for sections of our investors. So you can obviously own more parts or less parts than that, but yeah, 15k GENFi is what you need in your wallet in order to earn your passive rewards. So we've got a 17% tax system in place at the minute. 8% is rewarded straight back to our holders, which is paid out when the reward equals the max supply of 0.02. So it's roughly around about once a day at the minute, depending on volume, but obviously that will increase. So that keeps the holders invested. It keeps giving them rewards in a stable coin. So we went for Binance USD. That way they earn their stable coin. They've got the stable coin, and it sort of mitigates the fact of the market fluctuating 20, 30%. So you know what you've got, that's your rewards, and then you're able to spend that on whatever you want. The other thing is we will be using the treasury funds that we accrue to invest in projects, and then we will be paying those rewards out to our holders at incremental periods during the year, depending on the investment. So we'll be using staking, invest in liquidity pools, just anything where we are able to add value to our passive income. The liquidity pool gets 3% of the tax, so it should be self-sufficient, continuously feeding that pool to keep it beefed up. And then we've got 2% that goes into marketing, 2% that goes into the salaries. So we'll take a salary out of that, so it keeps us invested in the company, making us sort of push forward. So the team obviously don't own any tokens currently at the minute. So yeah, it's looking good. It's going to be stable and a structured build. Hopefully, we can have a nice meteoric rise. And yeah, we're just gonna get stuck in and get this community to where it needs to go, basically.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, thank you, thank you. And the more interesting question, and what the next steps of GENFi?
So yeah, I mean, the next steps of GENFi is to build on what we've got now. So the crucial thing about crypto, and I'm sure most of us are aware that are in any type of crypto community, is the community itself. Us as the team, we can do as much as we can. We can put the maximum effort in, but without your community, you've got absolutely nothing. So we've got quite a small core group of community that is active at the minute. So everybody can do their part. It's about realizing that that one individual can make a massive difference to your ecosystem. So don't be afraid, get out there. If that one person just did 10, 20 tweets a day, or just followed the right channels, the community would grow and expand, and we would all be rewarded for that. So yeah, that's our next steps, is to build the base. We need the community. Once we've got our community and we've got a nice, stable, structured treasury, we can start investing in the things we want and bringing the passive income home for our investors.
Oh, huge plans.
Huge plan. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We want to definitely deliver for our holders, and we want to give them what everybody deserves. Is that passive income to keep you ticking over.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And a couple of questions from community.
Yeah.
And yeah. And first, do you have any specific strategies for passive income?
Yeah. Give me a second, Marco. Let me see if I can work this. I'm going to switch on to another device, and I can share a screen if that's okay.
Yes, of course, of course.
Cool. usually able to sort of share screens, but it says only the host able to do that. So that's absolutely fine. Well, so obviously I was going to just show you a couple of sort of pictures about strategies, but I'll share those sort of with the community later, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I mean, the easiest strategy to make passive income is from passive income. There are many different ways that we can do this. Obviously, the simplest ways are staking, investing, farming, adding to liquidity pools. So just to give you a couple of examples on what we'll be looking at implementing. Once the treasury becomes live and we've got enough capital, this is sort of what I'm currently doing on a private portfolio at the minute. I've locked up some Frax, which is a stable coin. It's partly backed and partly algorithmic stable coin. And I'm currently getting about one Frax share a day. I've locked that up, and that one sort of Frax share currently on today's price is equal to around about $21. So that is $140 a week for an initial 2K investment. And that is obviously automatically sort of compounding. It's always about the long-term vision and how to achieve generational wealth, because the price is £21 today, but definitely in the future you see the value in projects like this, and it could rise to 50, 100, 120. So that's how much you'll be making a day. So 1K per week to increase your passive earning potential. So as a community, once again, collectively put in our treasury funds into that, we could have exponential growth. Another one is sort of Aurori. It's sort of under the radar governance token. With this one, the price has dipped slightly recently from about $14 to the $10 mark, but I'm earning about 12 of these tokens per day, so around about $120 a day at its current price, and that one auto compounds too. So it was launched on Solana, and it's a play to earn game. If you stake it and lock it up, there's a flexible pool that gives you 37% APY, and a locked pool that will boost your rewards, which is 77% APY. So yeah, it's all I'm sort of willing to give away now. We don't want our unique sort of selling points to be distributed free. This is for our holders, for us to make as much passive income as possible. So the key thing is, in this business, you've just got to keep your eyes and ears open to the ground. Make sure you're on the Discord. Make sure you keep in touch with the current trends and know what people are talking about, because the opportunities are endless out there for us to make some awesome passive rewards and income for our holders of GenFi, and that's what we're looking forward to doing. The most important thing is when you're investing in passive income, it's not like your mem coins or all your Inu coins that are going to go X 1,000 in a short space of time. That's not what we're about. We're about providing the passive income continuously and providing you with that wealth. It's the smart thing to do. It's the smart moves to make. So you're looking for that forward thinking, and we just want to deliver the most structured, stable, passive income for our community.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And the final question: what was your best and worst investment decision?
So basically, it's a bit of a sort of double-edged sword, this one. I mean, one of the best investments was Bitcoin at $362 in 2014.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, obviously, I was in a different point in my life back then, so it didn't turn out the way obviously it should have. But yeah, one of my sort of recent ones is it's a largely unknown sort of company. It has landed up on the trend list, sort of recently in the past sort of 6 months. It's called Utrust. So basically, they like the PayPal of crypto. They pretty legit. Now they sort of launched sort of late 2017. I invested them in January sort of 2018 when the crypto market was right at the top, which is obviously sometime when you don't want to invest right at the top, because you're just going to see your portfolio and your wealth drop all the way down. But it's the cycles of the market you play. And the thing is, if you believe in a project and you see the fundamentals that they've got, you make your move. So Yeah, ideally, I wish I never put it in then, but I did. So it was only a small investment to start off with. I put $2,000 in, managed to get about 1,800 U trusts. They were about 90 cents a token, and basically they went from 90 cents a token down to, in 2020, all the way down to sort of 0.008, so under a cent basically. So I've gone minus X 100, on that investment. So proper rock bottom. But once again, you believe in the system, the fundamentals, and what that project is about. So when it hit that rock bottom, I thought, no, this is just too good to be true. So I went back in, I filled my boots, I stuck $800 in, and I got about 100K worth of U Trust. So that 100K in November 2021, when the market started obviously coming back up and the fundamentals were there, it did go up to about sort of 85p again, or excuse me, 85 cents. But yeah, I sold in the range between sort of 50 and 60 cents. So that was a tidy 60K, which is ideal. But that's just showing the belief in the system. Sometimes you've got to know when to pull the trigger, but the other times you've got to know when to pull the plug. So yeah, that is probably one of the investments that sort of stick out in my mind. I think there was one more question from the community, quick, Mark, and that was about the high taxes that they popped on there. So I'll just run through that quick. So I mean, the high taxes, obviously it's 20% slippage. Our tax is 17%. The market currently with sort of the reflection tokens is between 10 and 17%. So, or excuse me, sort of 10 and 14%. So we're a little bit higher than that, but you pay a premium to get into something as good as us and what we are able to deliver. And remember, with that 17%, you as holders are getting 8% back. So it builds our ecosystem. It makes it sustainable. You pay to get in and you pay to get out, but once you win, we will deliver, and it entices you to hold longer. So, these numbers were chosen to fuel our project and deliver success for our community.
Yeah. Thank you for your answers. And in general, I think that is the end. That's all I wanted to ask you, and you answered all the questions. I think my audience will be pleased, and your investors. So thank you very much. It was nice to see you, and good luck to you, and good luck your project. You are awesome.
Thanks, Marco. Yeah, thanks for taking the time to do that, bud. And remember, if you ever want a stable investment, you know where to come. You can drop some dollar into GenFi, because we're here for the long term, bud.
Yeah. Okay. And I remember my viewers. My name is Marco Haravan, and today I'm with GenFi project. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Take care, bud.
Bye. Goodbye.